my shoulder.
You got a picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. Can't hear my haters from way up here. They don't make a sound. Money goes on these. White paint on my toe.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's Watson now on second down. He's going to let this one go deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He's going to fire one deep. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. Watson now to throw. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Richmond.
On second down, here's Watson. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Michael Pruitt, the big tight end, is intended receiver. And it's third and short. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in the game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Here's Watson. Shakes off the side, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. John Simon with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. On fourth down, here's the veteran Shane Leckler to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Off of play action, Luck. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Now the rookie from NC State, this is Naeem Hines. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
They go play action here on 1st down. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Luck. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. On 2nd down, here's Luck. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Howard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now a 1st down throw, Luck. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Luck. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
To throw is Luck. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. Luck going to keep it on the sneak. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Andrew Luck scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead, and we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And here comes the Texans now. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
10 yards there to start the drive and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. A first down carry now for Miller. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Down! Black 22! Black 22! Tiger, Tiger, Tiger! Come back, come back! Come back, come back!
To throw on second is Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there at 22. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Tiger, Tiger, Tiger! Come back, come back!
From the gun, here's Watson. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Tiger, Tiger, Tiger! Tiger, Tiger, Tiger! Come back, come back! Tiger, Tiger, Tiger! Tiger, Tiger, Tiger!
Throwing again is Watson. Being chased out left. He's got Fuller. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
When you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
Come back, come back!
Out of the gun, Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And the Colts getting ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Luck. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing is Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. goes. Luck is sacked.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's Watson. Caught inside Hopkins. And he's brought down after a good game. He got 29 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back to throw, Watson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Come back, come back.
To throw on 2nd down, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Richmond.
To the air yet again, Watson. His throw caught right around the 6. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Watson looks to throw again. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are in for 6. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Luck on 1st down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney Merciless in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. From the gun, here's Love. And an alley to run. pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up. They still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Two jet. Tiger. Come back.
On first down, it's Watson. Flushed out right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Come back. Tiger. Two jet.
Now Watson throwing again. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Watson operating from the gun. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Here's Shane Leckler now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. A final shot before the break. Luck. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll get it down here to the 43. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Around the NFL, second quarter down in Tampa, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They'll start on the ground with Hines. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on second down is Luck. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now a toss play. It's Hines. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a play fake, and it's locked. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The 4-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Richmond. Come back, come back.
After the interception, here's Watson, eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
Come back, come back.
Now a first down throw, Watson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Tiger. Two jet.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Give him 30 yards there. Watson now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Come back. Two jet. Tiger. Richmond.
Here's Watson. Escape, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Everyone's got four down. Tiger. Richmond. Tiger.
Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Now he'll let this one go deep. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. John Simon in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. From the gun, Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? To throw is Watson. Dancing to his left. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Luck, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. Play action. It's locked. And incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, Luck. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll fake it. Now Luck. Throw left side, complete. That's Howard. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20 at the 15. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Luck now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Luck. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Howard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Luck on the sneak, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Andrew Luck, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Colts have taken the lead here in the 4th. Here's Luck. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now, maybe I'll play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it in the range. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Flushed out right. He's got Fuller. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 44 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Watson letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. After the interception, it's Luck. He finds Howard complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Throw left side complete. That's Bird. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. Finding room inside the 40. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts add on to their lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Colts pick it up. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Here's Hines on a toss play. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Right.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They run again with Hines. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10.
Come back.
Now Watson. Flush to his right. It's complete to Fuller. And he is out of bounds just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Richmond.
On 1st down, Watson eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete. E.J. Gaines the one that time to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock the Alvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Tiger.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Escaping the pressure right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Come back. Two jet.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Now it's Watson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow. To throw on second is Watson. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs well...
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. Walsh adds the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. As they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long. 3rd and 15 to be exact. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done. So for the Colts, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Houston, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.